Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Royal Report. I am your Royal 2IC, and we're going to continue the daily headlines report. Before I get into that, just a quick couple of things. So, just as a reminder, tonight will be the premiere interview that I did with Justin from JK Survival Bushcraft. That will premiere tonight at 8 p.m. Correction, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be a premiere, so we will both be live in the chat. So you can come hang out with us, ask us questions. It's just a good time. So if you can join us, make sure you do. And then Wednesday, right before the Workshop Wednesday live stream, the Q&A is going to be like a 2-minute video I'm going to release. And that video will be the announcement and the entry video that you have to comment on to win the Christmas giveaway. So make sure that you stay tuned for that and watch for that to come out so that way you can get in on it. So without further ado, let's get into some of these headlines. Again, this isn't in any particular order. So starting out in the Red Sea, it looks like there's reports coming in about the possibility of the Houthis in Yemen allegedly having have seized a second ship. Looks like it might be a cargo ship, and then there's now reports of a possible third ship, which is supposed to be an oil tanker. I've seen some mixed reports on this. The cargo ship looks a little bit more up in the air. The oil tanker looks a little bit more concrete, but again, these are just kind of preliminary reports as of right now. Now, according to some of these charts that's coming out and some again early reporting, it looks like there's online talks over this weekend that at least kind of on the surface, that there is a possibility of a collapse of the Swiss bank UBS. So here it is over the weekend. It seems like anytime there's one of these financial institutions that collapses, it seems to happen over the weekend while nobody's paying attention. Granted, this is going to be a Swiss bank and not a U.S. bank, but still, that's another indicator of the U.S., or not the U.S., but the world economy. So just a data point, just keep it in mind. It also looks like the Spanish government has recalled its ambassador to Israel. So again, just a data point. And then speaking of Israel, looks like the Israeli media was reporting that the defense forces was threatening to renew its attacks if hostages were not released. Now, thankfully, not long after that, looks like 17 hostages was released, 13 Israelis and 4 foreigners in the second batch. So, again, at least it looks like this ceasefire is holding. It looks like hostages are being released. So, as of right now, just be thankful that there is some sort of peace. Now, again, like both sides have said, it's not going to last. So it will start up, whether that is here in a couple of days. Maybe they can get it out to a week or whatnot, but it's definitely going to go right back up and ramp up. The other good part is, at least during the ceasefire, the attacks on the U.S. military bases in both Syria and Iraq seem to be going down as well. So it seems like an all-over ceasefire. So, again, thankful for peace. Following the riots in Ireland, it looks like the government is pushing to pass a new bill on hate speech. And this would also include not only what you speak, but it's going to include if you have any hate speech on a device that you own. And I was trying to read into it. I don't know if it's just because it's Ireland or what it is, or if it's just because of kind of how new this is or whatnot. But I was trying to look to answer my own question on if I own a phone and somebody sends it to me in a text message of what their definition of quote unquote hate speech is, do I get in trouble for it because it is therefore on my device? Even though I didn't say it, it wasn't from me, it is on my device. So I have not found the answer to that question. Looks like also through a Freedom of Information Act, Details was found about 13 commercial drones that was stolen from a U.S. facility in Iraq last year. Now, it looks like there was some criminal investigations from the Pentagon, and that's what was found out through this FOIA request. Um, at the end of it, it looks like there is absolutely no suspects or no leads. Go figure, surprise, surprise. I guess my question, though, is uh, since we've been getting our bases kind of attacked in both Syria and Iraq, was our own drones, our own weapons used against us? Because that doesn't go over very well for me. Um, I did see there was quite a few videos of tens of thousands of people demonstrating, and they did so very peacefully, from what I found, in London in support of Israel. So I know I've been posting a lot of things in past videos here about the pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine, but it looks like, at least over the weekend, this peaceful demonstration for pro-Israel is what's kind of taking shape over top of anything else this weekend. So another good thing. Going back to Syria, looks like the Israeli Air Force carried out another airstrike, and this time targeting the Damascus International Airport. I did see maybe a day or so ago, it looks like they officially had it completely reopened, everything was repaired, and then it looks like Israel said no. Not today. Looks like flights were routed to Aleppo and some of the other surrounding airports, but looks like Israel does not like the Damascus airport, so I'm wondering if the Aleppo one's going to be next. Moving on, the Cyber Avengers is back in the news. They have a new threat against Israel. This time it is basically the same as it always is. It's a social media teaser video. This one didn't give a whole lot of information. It started out with a Israeli official up on stage kind of giving a speech, and then it basically had a loading bar, and then it kind of went from there. So I guess it's open to debate on what they're saying. There's a lot of rumors and everything flying around about it, but I'm not getting into that. Looks like there is reports of 10 AFU soldiers that was taken to the hospital, and what appears to be cases of rabies. Now, this is not Israel. This is AFU. So this right here is Ukrainian, and with all this reporting, again, it's online. So the rumors swirling about on this one is everything from being bit from a rabid rat to being so hungry out on the front lines that you're eating a rabid dog. Now that brings into something on a small tangent when it comes to preparedness, is I don't think there's a lot of people that realize or have thought about not only pets that are going to get sick and injured without professional vet care that you're going to have to deal with, but nature. We do a lot of animal care, and it keeps a lot of things away. So not only are you going to have to remember medical care for yourself, but you're going to have to deal with medical care for animals, because I would say that a lot of people that are very new to prepping, they will be in that very gun-ho typical, and I'm not saying this condescendingly or in a bad way, but I'll just grab grandpa's rifle, run out here and bag any animal I want, and that's how I'll survive. Even if that is true, do you know the signs and symptoms of an animal you shouldn't be trying to bag or eat? And that goes with fish and everything else. So just a data point, something to keep in mind and consider moving forward. Moving back into the homeland, I really only saw a couple things. There was one that RFK Jr. sat down for an interview, and he was asked what he would do first if he was elected president. And his answer, without hesitation, was he was going to release and pardon both Edward Snowden and Julian Assange. So you take that for if you are pro or against them or whatnot, but he came out very firmly where he stands. So we'll see if that helps him or hurts him. My guess is probably going to help him. And then finally finish up, it looks like the report came out saying that the Black Friday shoppers spent a new record of 9.8 billion, which is up 7.5% from last year. My guess is this is probably most spending was on credit. It's not over because here it is, it's Sunday, and you still have tomorrow, which is Cyber Monday. So it's going to be interesting to see what the reports come out about that. So it'll probably be a day or two. So we'll probably see it maybe midday Tuesday, if not late Tuesday, early Wednesday. Um, then after that, sales will more than likely plummet and take a big plunge. And if I'm right on, again, this is my opinion, if I'm right that a lot of that was spent on credit, then you will see sales probably take a very massive nosedive because people know that that bill is going to be coming due and they spent all that plastic up, and so they have to start stacking some paper so that way they can try and get by in January when gas is up, heat's up, all that. So we'll wait for the report and we'll see how all that comes out. So but that's it. That's all I've got for you today. It was, yeah, it was actually kind of a rather short one. So there we go. Not taking up too much of your time. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing. God bless each and every one of you. And always remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.